Hello friends, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's budget for 2025-26 identifies four engines of development which are agriculture, MSME, investment and exports. A few days later, the Reserve Bank of India announced a 0.25% cut in the repo rate. A repo rate is the rate at which Reserve Bank of India lends to the banks, commercial banks. The repo rate cut aims to reconcile economic growth while pegging inflation at 4.2% for financial year 2025-26. The revised income tax limits and relief, along with the injection of more than 1 trillion rupees into the economy, should allow the economy to at least maintain its current GDP growth rate, which is around 6.4 or so. Unlike the animal spirits which Dr. Manmohan Singh's budgets had unleashed, Sitharaman's budget focuses on the spirit of nyaya. As you know, nyaya means literally it means justice, equity, or fairness. A key advantage of this tax reform is higher disposable income. Lower taxes will give middle class families more financial freedom to save, invest, or cover essential expenses, including repayment of old debts and loans. Increased liquidity can lead to sustained financial stability and stimulate wealth creation via higher investments in assets such as mutual funds, fixed income securities, or real estate. The government also expects greater household consumption, which would boost business, leading to increased production and investment. As a result, more jobs would be generated. At least that is being fervently hoped for given the unemployment situation in the country. The RBI or Reserve Bank of India lowered its repo rate to 6.25%, which is a decrease of 0.25 percentage points as mentioned earlier. This decision should lower borrowing costs, which should benefit individuals and businesses alike. Lower monthly payments on home and personal loans would ease their financial burdens. Reduced loan repayments may free up consumer spending, resulting in higher demand for goods and services. This can boost economic activity and create a more dynamic marketplace. Better market sentiment and increased liquidity from the rate cut or because of the rate cut should facilitate corporate borrowing, aiding their expansion plans. Spending and investment would increase, thus accelerating economic growth. So, the more you spend, the more you consume, the more the money will circulate and help create wealth in the country. Although the finance minister has identified four engines of growth, we shall examine three critical sectors, and these are agriculture, MSMEs, and education. Their distinct but connected roles shape the nation's economic landscape. Agriculture provides industries with raw materials. MSMEs generate jobs and foster innovation. Education develops a skilled workforce which helps in boosting the productivity, both qualitatively and quantitatively. India's economy heavily relies on agriculture, which employs about half its workforce. It improves food security, thus lessening poverty and hunger. Agriculture's contribution to the GDP is about 80%. GDP is actually gross domestic product. To maintain agricultural progress, there is a need to focus on improving productivity, market access, and make the sector immune to climate change threats, which are becoming more and more real. Here, let us focus on two important crops, pulses and cotton. India produces approximately 25% of the world's pulses but accounts for 27% of global consumption. So, it has to import heavily. During 2023-24, India saw a near doubling of pulse imports, which increased from 2.45 million metric tons to 4.5 million metric tons. This underscores the ongoing disparity between food production and consumption in India and its reliance on imports to ensure food security. There have been notable ups and downs in India's pulse production. In 2021-22, the output was 23.02 million metric tons, which rose to 27.5 million metric tons by 2022-23. But estimates for 2023-24 show a drop to 23.4 million metric tons. Erratic weather, such as unusual rainfall and temperature swings, has caused this volatility. The government plans to focus on developing and distributing high yield, pest resistant seeds that thrive in various climates. Masoor, Urad, and Tur pulses will receive special attention as they are consumed more in different parts of the country. It is also suggested that farmers receive better prices thanks to improved post harvest storage. India contributes about 23% of the world's cotton supply, but lately cotton production and acreage have fallen. Production fell from 35 million bales in financial year 21 to 32 million bales in financial year 24. The reasons for this decline include rising costs of production, unpredictable market returns, and heightened vulnerability to pests and disease. This has burdened the cotton farmers as well as the textile industry. Improving both the quality and quantity of cotton is essential for the livelihoods of millions of cotton farmers and the future of the textile industry. Moreover, India needs to boost cotton production sustainably to stay competitive in the international market. Targeted interventions and strategic policy measures are required to address these concerns. The government has initiated a 5-year national mission for cotton productivity to address these challenges. The government intends to give farmers greater support for raising productivity and improve sustainability. So, the focus is on producing high quality, extra long staple cotton. It is also known as ELS, extra long staple, which would fetch premium market prices. There are provisions for technological aid like high yield and climate resilient hybrid seeds to boost farmers' crop yields. The mission should revitalize India's traditional textile industry and help cotton farmers improve the yields. Makhana is a crop which is high in protein, fiber, vitamins, and essential minerals. Thus, it is a popular health food. It is primarily grown in India. Bihar accounts for over 80% of the country's production. Makhana farming boosts the livelihoods of 5 lakh farmers in Bihar. Given its rising demand in domestic and international markets, efforts are being made to enhance its cultivation, processing, and export potential. To strengthen makhana farming and processing, the government has established a makhana board in Bihar. This board will focus on improving production, value addition, and marketing. This board will also provide training to farmers and facilitate their organization into to form farmer producer organization, which are also known as FPOs. To increase productivity, there is a push to use high yielding strains such as Swarna Vadehi and Sabor Makhana 1. Furthermore, upgrading processing infrastructure aims to minimize waste and improve product quality. Government efforts to boost exports include developing cargo infrastructure, trade partnerships, and branding. Moreover, improved farming techniques and pest management are being pursued through increased collaboration with agricultural universities and institutions. It remains to be seen how far the union budget's intentions translate to actual results on the ground. Micro, small, and medium enterprises, also known as MSMEs, employ over 110 million people. Approximately 30% of the gross domestic product and 45% of manufacturing output come from these enterprises. MSMEs contribute to industrial diversification by driving innovation, entrepreneurship, and competition, besides economic growth. However, presently, MSMEs are struggling with limited funding, old technology, and market restrictions, which are hindering their global competitiveness. The union budget aims to boost this sector through expansion, improved finances, and technological upgrades. The investment and turnover limits for MSME classification have been increased by 2.5 times and 2 times respectively. Under the credit guarantee scheme, the government has raised the credit guarantee cover for micro and small enterprises from 5 crores to 10 crores rupees. This should unlock an additional 1.5 lakh crore rupees in credit over the next 5 years. Also, now startups enjoy enhanced guarantee cover, which has doubled from 10 crore rupees to 20 crore rupees with a reduced fee of 1% for loans in 27 priority sectors. The National Manufacturing Mission intends to improve the ease and cost of doing business, develop a skilled workforce, and promote the production of high quality, technologically advanced products. The Focus Product Scheme or FPS is expected to enable the footwear and leather industry to generate 22 lakh jobs and achieve a turnover of 4 lakh crore rupees as well as drive exports worth over 1.1 lakh crore rupees. India aims to become a top toy producer through cluster development, skill enhancement, and ecosystem strengthening or strengthening of the ecosystem. Similarly, the food processing industry will benefit from the establishment of the National Institute of Food Technology in Bihar, which aims to boost the incomes of farmers while generating new employment and entrepreneurship opportunities for the youth of Bihar and, of course, other parts of the country too. It will never be limited to one state. Human capital development hinges on strong education, empowering individuals with the skills and knowledge essential for economic advancement. Industrial and economic growth is driven by higher education and research, which fuel technological advancements and innovation. Besides, education advances social mobility, decreases inequality, and contributes to sustainable development. Private institutions in India largely handle early childhood education, while government programs such as the ICDS, which is also known as its full form is Integrated Child Development Scheme, and its Anganwadi centers play a supporting role. These centers offer health, nutrition, and early learning programs for children from their birth to age 6. Government schools provide free compulsory primary education as per the Right to Education Act. The national education policy was supposed to solve perennial issues through foundational literacy and numeracy, a reduced curriculum, and experiential learning. It also introduced multidisciplinary education in grades 6 to 12 in schools and eliminated long standing divisions among arts, sciences, and vocational fields or streams. However, inadequate infrastructure, teacher shortage, and poor learning outcomes have not allowed the benefits to fructify. Bridging gaps in access to better schools and colleges, improving infrastructure quality, and aligning education with the industry demands is essential for building a skilled and job ready workforce. The national education policy's efforts to develop skilled workers, boost research and innovation, and improve job prospects have yet to show results. The workforce still faces significant skills challenges. The Skill India program has fallen far short of its ambitious goals and is training far fewer people than was actually planned. Poor quality and irrelevant training programs result in low employment rates for graduates. Poor infrastructure and funding limit skill development program success, while employer reluctance to hire skilled workers arises from training costs, and doubts about their preparedness. To overcome these shortcomings, collaboration between the government, businesses, and schools is crucial to create effective, relevant, and economically aligned skills training programs. So, to conclude, targeted reforms such as improving agriculture resilience, MSME financing, and aligning education with industry needs will strengthen these sectors and ensure sustainable economic growth and development. The Union Budget 2025 2026 marks a decisive shift from merely stimulating economic expansion to fostering equitable, sustainable, and inclusive growth. By giving priority to the economy's three foundational pillars, which are agriculture, MSMEs, and education, the budget seeks to create a self reliant and globally competitive India. While Measures such as increased credit access, targeted sectoral inventions, interventions, and reforms in higher education signal intent. Their success hinges on robust implementation and sustained policy support. Addressing structural inefficiencies, bridging skill gaps, and ensuring fair market access for farmers as well as small businesses will be crucial in translating these initiatives into tangible progress. Effective execution could transform India's economy, fostering a balanced and just framework.